I want to show you my top 10 basic tools for my sewing room in order to do these quilt blocks that we do. We had a viewer named Leeanne from Phoenix who's brand new to this. She's never done any of this and she needed a little guidance on what does she need to get started up? You know, what does she need for her room? So aside from a sewing machine, which I'm not going to do in this video, you can go to our website and sewing machines are listed by price range. So select your budget and any one of the regular sewing machines will help a beginner, you know, sew things that they can do these beautiful quilt blocks. So aside from that, my top 10 items in my quilting area that I use regularly. By the way, a link to all of these products will be in the description of the video. I'm not going to talk about brands or prices or anything. I'm just going to show you what the items are because this is what Leeanne may need. The most important is a big cutting mat. Now mine's 24 by 36. I really do love this one. It's reversible. It's a self-healing mat, which means you can cut into it multiple times over and over and over, and it will heal itself. On the back side, mine is in 1-inch increments and 1/2-inch increments, which is nice. And the diagonal lines help when I'm doing, you know, certain blocks require the angles. Now this is my favorite side. It's down to 1/8 of an inch everywhere. I use this in almost every video you will see. You're going to see this cutting mat. So I love it. My next most important thing is the ruler because the ruler and the cutting mat kind of go hand in hand. The thing about a ruler is make sure it's a nice acrylic one. You can see through it. That's very important. I like the fact that this ruler is 6.5 inches wide. There's an extra 1/2 inch on this one edge, and it's very helpful because we do lots of 2.5-inch things and all that. And when that happens, I can count right here, 1, 2, and there's my 1/2. That one side with the 1/2 inch I use more than anything else. Let me see, the other part, this is kind of a happy trio, the cutting mat, the ruler, and of course the rotary cutter. This is just the one I use that happens to be my favorite because it's got weight to it, you know, and it's heavier and it feels more sturdy. I have used a lot of rotary cutters since being in this position. I've never had a bad one. I've liked them all. So there's no wrong answer to that. But the rotary cutter is your friend. They are very sharp. They will cut you. These are razor blades. So keep the safety on, as some viewers have reminded me more than once, because sometimes I don't. So those are my top 3 things. Then we're getting more into it. There's a small ruler. It's a 6-inch square. This is for trimming the little units, whether they're half square triangles or whatever. You can trim your little units. You can also, it's got the 45-degree line through it. And since it's see-through, this is perfect for those half square triangles when you make them nice and neat. I love this one. I use it quite often. Next is a wool pressing mat. This is thick wool. I keep this next to my sewing machine because when you're sewing these units together, you want to press them open. And it was always a hassle to get up, go to the ironing board and press them open. So this wool pressing mat makes everything right there at your fingertips. I love that. But never, never, never put your wool pressing mat on top of your cutting mat. If you start ironing like this, the heat and the steam from the iron is going to go through and it will warp this expensive cutting mat. So don't do that. Keep the wool pressing mat with nothing under it but your tabletop. Also very handy. I've done it lately in every video. It feels like I'm using the rotating cutting mat. This is so great. I just can't say enough. It's 13 inches square. I thought the cutting mat was like a Lazy Susan at your home, you know, that made a little sound because there's little ball bearings in it. And it's not. It's just it's like 2 pieces of plastic here. Come on now. I want to get this open. Just like that. There's a hole in here and a hole right there, and they fit together, and it's genius. Really great for trimming quilt blocks and the little units that make up the quilt blocks. I love that. Getting into smaller things now, the iron. When I talk about this wool pressing mat next to my sewing machine, the iron is next to that. This is one of the little mini Oliso irons. It's a little steam iron. It's perfect for little jobs, and these quilt blocks are a lot of little jobs. It comes with a nice attachment. There's a storage side. You can hang this on the wall and apparently hook that in. And then there's a resting side, which I can just set it on there when it's hot. Love this thing. They come in all different colors too, so they're real pretty. And then the little bitty things left that you still need them, you need some little snips. These are, that's what I call them, snips, just to cut little threads off of there. And also you need a seam ripper. Now you can't have this one because this one's a custom one. There will be a link in the description though to just a regular basic seam ripper because we are just talking about basics. But your seam ripper needs to have a little red ball on the small end of that. And we did a video on this once because that allows you to lead with the red ball and slide it through a seam and just keep ripping it open. If you led with the pointy side, you're going to damage your fabric and probably rip holes in it. So that's a good one too. And the last two things is a good pin cushion. And I love these. They're called magic pins. I don't know that they do magic tricks, but they're very handy to hold on to. The stems are easy to pull in and out. These are my new favorite pins. I never thought I'd have a favorite pin, but I do. And then this is the old tomato and strawberry, which if you don't know, in the olden days, well, I used to do this. I used to stab the strawberry with the pins. That's how you sharpen the pins because there's emery powder in this little strawberry. So that's the way to sharpen your pins. Leanne, I hope this stuff is helpful to you. I hope this is helpful to any beginner. These are just some of the items, you can, sewing it's a pricey hobby, but if you find that you love it, and most people do, they're in love with it. It's an investment in your happiness is really what it is. So I love all of these things. I hope you will give them a try and happy sewing.